You think the Japanese are ninjas? No. These rich Arab nations, bro, they are ninjas. Okay, people, back again with another one. Boycott reacts. And there's some people that, want us to cover Sudan. And I saw this video from Novara Media. It says, don't go to Dubai. It's about the war in Sudan. Let's see what these people have to say.
Can you describe what's going on in Sudan right now?
What's going on in Sudan, people like to call it a civil war, but what we like to call it is a proxy war because it's internal conflicts as well as external conflicts. So it's the RSF, the Rapid Support Forces, fighting the SAF, which is Sudanese Armed Forces, and the only people that are really, really affected by it is the civilians.
The conflict of Sudan has been going on for 30 years, but now Khartoum and a lot of different cities have been impacted. The military is fighting against militias, and the sad outcome is that people are dying in the process.
The reason we're outside of the UAE embassy today is because the UAE is also highly complicit in funding the RSF. There have been massacres that have been committed throughout Sudan, especially over the last year, and by September, 2.5 million are estimated to die from food impoverishment.
It's genocide, mass killings, mass displacement of Sudanese people, mass refugees, all being perpetrated by the United Arab Emirates, funding the RSF and militias to take Sudan for
that's why
minerals and ports.
The UK government is not doing enough.
How are you funding this? I mean, okay, feel a bit guilty about this. I have been to Dubai. It's kind of weird. People say Dubai is soulless, maybe, but there is an old town in Dubai. And when I went to the old town, I kind of felt like, when I went to Dubai, the main city, I was like marveling at the buildings and all that. But I didn't feel nothing, okay? Because, I come from KL, bro. Our city is impressive as well. So it is what it is. But when I went to the old town, that's when I felt like I was in an actual foreign country for some reason. But they do have impressive buildings. But there's no Palestine flag at all. There's no Palestinian presence. I'm pretty sure it's banned, okay? So yeah, it's like a dystopia, okay? It's kind of weird. It looks like a sci-fi city, okay? But there's a dystopian element to it. Like something is not right here. And that's what happens when you don't put a Palestinian flag in your city. Your city is gonna, just look like, I don't know, Singapore.
No, the UK government is actually a penholder for Sudan. So they represent Sudan in the Security Council. So anything relatively that happens in Sudan falls onto them as a penholder of Sudan.
Lots of videos of people who have actually tried to flee through the north of Sudan towards Egypt and haven't even made it. They've died en route. Every Sudanese person that you speak to will probably know members of their family who have lost their lives directly or indirectly because of the war. I don't think anyone's unscathed. And on top of that, I think the longer the war continues, the deeper the crisis will be and the numbers will go up exponentially over time. Sudan takes place at the same time as the Congo, as Palestine, Ukraine. The media doesn't give it the same amount of airtime.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why nobody gives a F at this point. But I gotta say something, okay? Here's something you might notice. These rich Arab countries, they are very good at keeping their evils silent, okay? For some reason. Okay, I don't know what it is. They're really good. I can't say much about this genocide because I don't know much about it. I'm doing more listening than talking about Sudan, okay? Trying to gain some knowledge. But one thing I can talk about, these rich Arab countries, extremely, I don't know what it is. They are experts at keeping things on the hush. It's because they don't like attention. You see Israel, do you love Israel? They like attention. I think they do. Because they want to publicize everything, okay? They want to publicize their own war crimes. But you see these Arabs, sometimes you don't even know what they look like. I'll give you an example. Do you know what the Man City owner look like? Okay, he's from UAE. We know that much. I don't know what he looks like, okay? They just keep a low profile and they do a lot of F-ish. They do a lot of fuck shit in Man City. They do a lot of creative, accounting or whatever. They do a lot of dodgy shit. They have like hundreds of allegations. Somehow they're getting away with it. They got away with it. They're getting away with it. And when Qatar was trying to take over Manchester United. This is all I have to say. Football is the only reference I have here, okay? Okay, I'm not an expert in the Middle East. When Qatar was trying to buy Manchester United, another rich Arab country, people were saying that, is this guy even real? There's like 5 pictures of him on the internet, bro. How is that even possible? There's like 1 million pictures of Donald Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, and yet this guy, one of the richest, person on earth, has like 5 pictures max, bro. People don't even know if he exists. This is how they move, bro. Ninjas, bro. You think the Japanese are ninjas? No. These rich Arab nations, bro, they are ninjas. And that's why they get away with it.
Partly because it's not as straightforward a conversation.
There's been so much global solidarity for Palestine and just not nearly as much for Sudan. I was wondering if you could talk about why you think this is and what effect that has on Sudanese people. I think the reality is that Black lives are just not given as much importance. I think there was a huge movement when it came to Black Lives Matter, and I think people could relate.
She's got a point. Skin color doesn't matter. I see it in my country, okay? Like, we don't treat, we treat, like, for example, the Bosnians better than, for example, the Rohingyans. These are all human beings, bro. But the Rohingyans have darker skin. The Bosnians look like Masale. Masale means Caucasians. I mean, both should get our love and support. Okay, they're both human beings. But skin color, it plays a part in every single country on earth, bro. Believe me.
Relate to that because it was a Western take on Black Lives Matter. I think for Sudan, it's been ignored. It's been ignored for 3 decades. It's not surprising. I do think more people are understanding the issue now, but we're still needing more support.
You hear the Sudanese people say it in front of you, and it's heartbreaking to hear them say, oh, why is the Palestine protest? And fair enough, everyone should turn up to Palestine. They've had 75 years of ethnic cleansing. And
again, she's got a point. The reason why Palestine is so well supported, because it's been almost 8 decades, bro. It's before I was born. Yeah. And now it's wild, bro. But at the same time, yeah, we could be more alert to others.
And it deserves to be spoken about, but so does Sudan on the same level. What's happening in Darfur especially is a genocide. What's happening in Rafah in Palestine is a genocide. They are both equally as important, and it's affecting millions and millions of people.
Whenever there is something that is done in a way where there is one group that is being oppressed by another, well, the one that is being oppressed never gets to notice that it needs different words to always do. So we can see this in different things in the world that's happening, especially with, like, in Palestine, right now in Israel, different words that are being used in the media. With Sudan being an African country, we can't act like the media showing things hasn't been in an anti-Black way or an anti-African way, and unfortunately it doesn't get the notice and the regards that it needs, even though the numbers are really, really high with the amount of people that are passing away, the amount of people that have been displaced, the amount of children that are out of education, the amount of universities that have been gone, the amount of hospitals. The media is not picking up on it. A lot of people stood for Black Lives Matter, especially following the murder of George Floyd. Well, we need you to stand for Black lives again, not just for the Levi's lives in Congo or lives in Tigray. There's so much going on that we need to band together for, and it will only work if we're all together.
We're boycotting the UAE because of their violent support of different groups in Sudan. Different ways of boycotting is to not use their airlines, to not buy their gold, to not go there on holiday.
Don't fly on Fly Dubai or Etihad Airways or Emirates Airlines or any of their airlines. I mean, they go to many destinations, so people...
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, I could say this because I have been there at least once. I've been there once. But yeah, no need to go there again. If you've been there. If you've never been there, maybe you can try it once, but never again. Okay? Yeah.
We'll use their airlines even if they're not going to the UAE itself.
We should expose the Manchester City Football Club. They should,
Holy, unholy schmoly, he said it, bro. Man City, he said it.
Guys, with the UAE, somehow, it's a start. I mean, there's so many things that we can do. Yes, a small protest like we're having now is a start. We do bigger and bigger and bigger to put pressure on the UK, divest from the UAE, everything, boycott them.
If that doesn't happen, you know why. Because these are friends. The British, the US, UAE, Saudi, I don't know about Qatar, but these are friends. It is what it is. Because Russia got, Roman, what's his name? Abramovich. He got completely clocked out. He had to. You don't see him nowhere no more. In Russia, got banned from competitions, Eurovision, sports, whatever. Russia got. They can't even have McD in Russia. They had to change it all, bro. Russia got sanctioned, bro. You see how easy it is if it's not your friends. But if it's your friends, it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Like Israel, do you love Israel? Out here, doing whatever. Saudi, when they did it to the Yemenis, still out here, doing whatever. Same with UAE. I mean, let's not even talk about the US and the UK. They've gotten away with so much, bro. They've killed like millions, maybe a billion people, the US and the UK empire. And yet you say, capitalism is good. Capitalism has killed way more people than any other system in the world, bro. But they've got good PR. It is what it is.
The airlines, their holidays, etc., it can be done. It's a lot of work, but if you look at the Palestinian cause, it's working.
Speak out loud about it on social media.
Okay, here's the thing about the Palestinian cause. This is the first time in history I'm seeing like a super concentrated, like imagine Palestine has been occupied for 70 years. This is the first time in my lifetime I've seen like almost the whole world just boycotting. Like I said, I mean, Nelson Mandela said it, right? We're not free until Palestine is free. Palestine could be the pioneer if we're ever successful in freeing Palestine. Because after like decades and decades, it's the first time in my lifetime I've seen it happen. Because usually it's like maybe 2 or 3 months and that's it. Everybody's going back to McDonald's, Starbucks, whatever. But now it's, I mean, I hope it's still going on and having an effect on things.
Restricting everyone's social media. So UAE looks like this perfect country because obviously they are super, super rich and they have a lot of control when it comes to tech. So speak about it on social media, speak about it to people, spread the word. We have an email template that's addressed to the FCDO on London for Sudan Linktree. Please email the FCDO and make sure that your voice is heard and that the UAE know how we feel about their situation and their control over the RSF and their complicity to a genocide.
The UAE is another country that should be boycotted for its crimes. They're just doing it on the sly and hoping that they'll get away with it. But the world is waking up very, very slowly. Just like the world's woken up to what Israel is doing, and its reasons and so on. The world needs to go up on knees very, very slowly, waking up to what the UAE is doing in Sudan.
Right, that's a very good video. Yeah, I'm going to slowly, if I come across videos about Sudan or Congo, just to educate myself. I'm not going to talk about the genocide itself. I'm still in the listening, gathering knowledge. Okay. All right. Process. Okay. That's all for now. Peace.
Yup.